What is human act? Human act is an act which proceeds from deliberate free will of man. In ethics, the term deliberate means merely advertence or knowledge in the intellect of what one is about and what this means. The act then has to be advertently or knowingly done by the agent so that it may be called the human act. Knowledge means that the act is done in the light of an agent's knowing faculty. He is aware and conscious of what he is doing. He knows what the perform of his act. Freedom means that the act is performed in accordance with and not against the will. It is under control of the will determining the action. In other words, the power resides in the will to choose the do or not to do an act. Voluntariness means that the act done by the agent is intentional. When he voluntarily performs an act, the agent intends it as a product of his decision which is within the power of his will. In other words, a voluntary act is an willed act. An act that is willfully done, it proceeds from the employment of knowledge and freedom.
What is act of man? A human act is a good to be morally good when it is good in its object, circumstances, and also in the intention. Considered as an act of man, the three elements of a human act are not present. 1. There is no element of knowledge. An act of man is not deliberately done, which means that agent is not aware and conscious of what he is doing, and what this means it is not a deliberate or knowing act. There is no element of freedom. An act of man is not freely done, which means that the power of the free will to determine the act in choosing to elicit or not is not invoked. It is not a free act. There is no element of voluntariness. An act of man does not proceed from both knowledge and freedom, requiring no decision of the will to make the agent intend and willfully do such an act or not. It is an involuntary act.
Number 1. The act itself refers to the deed done or performed. It is technically called the object or nature of the act. It is the primary determinant of morality. Intrinsic morality pertains to the fact that there is an act which is in itself capable or not of being ordered to dictates of right reason, human nature, and God's internal law. No goodness or evil resides in the act itself. Intrinsically good act is an act whose goodness proceeds from its very nature, capable of being ordered to the good and to the ultimate end, which is God. Apart from the two here determinants of morality, it is as good as it is in itself. Intrinsically evil act is an act whose evil proceeds from its very nature, incapable of being ordered to the nature of the human person and God. It is evil in itself regardless for the motive and circumstances. Number 2. The motive of the agent refers to the end, purpose, or goal to be achieved by means of the act. It is done. In short, it is the intention of the agent in performing the act. Number 3. The circumstances referred to the conditions in which the act is done, affecting its morality in one way or another. They exist outside of the nature of the act and are not of essence of the act. However, if they arise in the execution of an act, the circumstances can indeed qualify it in its concrete performance. They can increase or diminish the goodness of an act and can aggravate and mitigate the evil of an act. Circumstances of the person refers to the agent performing the act or the person to whom the act is done. Circumstances of quantity or quality of the act refers to the what is the intent of the act. The circumstances of place refers to the venue where the act is performed. The circumstances of means or instrument refers to that which is used and employed in the performance of an act. It is deemed associated with the act. It is performance. The circumstances of manner refers to the condition in which the act is done or how it is performed by the agent